Welcome to the Hogswell Theatre.
I was building.
Please, take note of your nearest fire exits. In the event of a fire, please, don't panic. No flash photography. No recording. Please, no sleeping. And finally, no kissing. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
And down the stair. In the house with Burke and Hare. Burke the butcher, and Hare the thief. Knox the man who buys the beef. My. Here for another story. Of course, I'm getting older, you know, and with every story you manage to squeeze out of me, I get older still. One more good story. All right, there is one I have not told you yet. One from years past. One I have not told in a long time. About murder and money. About horrors unspoken. About betrayal and the lengths that one would go for family. And this one, my dear, this one's all true. Oh, true for the most part, at least, if memory serves. This story begins in Edinburgh, 1828. Young, drunk, unemployed Irish immigrant Barbara William Hare and his wife, Margaret Laird, owner of the lodging house, Tanner's Close.
Selfish, arrogant, no good, lying, disrespectful, irresponsible, drunken bastard!
Right.
Lost your job again. What could you possibly do to lose a job moving barrels?
Drop them. I believe that was the problem, yeah.
Could you be any more useless, William? Maybe a few more sligs of rum would do the trick.
Fuck off.
You expect us to start a family when I'm the only one providing the coin?
Dark. Listen. I'll go ask Burke for a job at the old shoe thing he's got down at the port till I can find another job.
You think a cobbler's shed makes enough for one family? No. Two! Definitely not!
Burke makes enough for a round at Conway's and a bottle for the road.
Yes, and I'm sure Helen hits him for it.
Look. I'm going down to Conway's to ask Burke for a job. If he says no, divorce me.
Fine. If you and Burke come back off your heads, you both sleep outside. Speaking of which, old Donald is sick, so I'm moving one room away from his. Lord knows if I get sick and die, we both go down.
Right so, my dear. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Or never come back. That would be a dream.
Pretty girl and an honest one.
Hey!
A quick death and an easy one.
Hey!
A cold pint and another one.
Hey!
A fine round for my fine lads and lady folks here.
Hey!
This penniless usher in the scene for you. He needs it. Aye, sure. Is she mad?
I don't know, Burke. She's hard to read.
You're a strong lad, you'll be fine. Besides, if lifting bars is your thing, maybe you could lift crates?
Well, that's a little of something I wanted to discuss with you today, Burke.
Go on.
Well, if I could trouble you for a hand in terms of my employ. Fuck it. I need a job, Burke. Can I glue shoes for money with you?
Right. Yeah, I don't know about that now, boss. I make next to nothing fixing sailors, but...
You make something, Bill. I'm as broke as that beggar by the port.
Daft Jamie performed. He gets the odd few coin.
Great. Less money than the clown.
Cheer up here. Margaret has the lodge, you'll be fine.
You got one lodger, Burke. One. Old Donald, the soldier. I've got £4 coming in from him, and that should give me a few weeks until I can find another job.
That'll do. £4 is plenty.
How's Helen?
She's sick of Edinburgh. She's determined to leave.
Why?
She's bored. She's usually more exciting like. I like it when it's quiet. The little moments in a bar or a bedroom. Those are the ones you remember.
I get that. I feel like I'm stuck in a haze, like it's the same shite every day. I wake up, Margaret kills me, I drink, I go to bed. You should get a hobby. I should flee the country.
I've wasted enough time apologizing to the police for your behavior, William. I'm not your mother. I shouldn't have to be responsible when you hurt someone.
In all this world, I think, there are 5 reasons why we drink. Good friends, good wine, lest we be dry, and other reasons why.
Jesus, if you're going to get involved in bar fights, at least win. It's like every time you come home, you're a darker shade of purple.
May I have warm words and a cold evening, a full moon and a dark night, and the road downhill all the way to your door.
You've been staring at that wall for hours now. It's like your soul's not even there anymore.
We drink to our coffins. May they be built from the wood of 100-year-old oak tree that I shall plant tomorrow.
Try not to drink yourself to death tonight, although you'd probably be more use as a corpse.
May we get what we want. May we get what we need. But may we never get what we deserve.
Is this how it's going to be for the rest of our lives? Hanging on to life by a thread, knowing any day we could have to shake a mug in the streets, begging for pennies.
Health and long life to you. The wife of your choice to you. A child every year to you. And life without rent to you. And may you be half an hour in heaven. Before the devil even knows you're dead.
Old Donald is dying. I reckon he's only got a few minutes before he's worm food.
That old bastard owes me £4!
In 1738, old Donald Sr. got to me. Old Donald Sr. And the first dead body I ever seen at the 18. The old dad. And I built as a pig. It took me to me boiling pawback, but it gave me a worldly impulse of the life. So at 7 years old me, I joined the first Scottish War. And then I found the hen I was grafted. And after a weekend in Bobo, and I hit you McGandy behind the bushes in Glasgow, she was on me like a house on fire. So I took the hardlings she gave me across Scotland Yard. And that's where I saw me second dead body. On me own day. Angus Gregor. He was the toughest bastard the world ever seen. Until I spotted there was a Harry Hifter. And after they were ganted to cagey me Tadger, I shot him dead myself. Ending the war, freeing the Scots, and adding medals to my apparel like glories to a bully. And then he went east to Shetland Islands to learn the early air. Young old Donald. And then came the Wolver. He weighed me last enough to slip me, and his fangs were squint as shells, and his ears hurt me spindleitis from a mile off. I shot him quick, but not quick enough to save me before that. He was Wolverstrack. So I rode to me after Edinburgh, where the only company was the bastard Margaret, and the dead bastard William Hare, and with Greg.
Stingy old bastard. He was never going to pay you back at all, was he?
What else have you got him? Medals, maybe.
No, they're all Scottish.
I'm so fucked.
You need to apologize to the dogmaster and get your useless job back quick.
I already tried. He got chased by the dogs. Actual hounds. Poor bastard.
How his boots could you sell them?
Oh, they're shite.
My life is over.
Where are we going to put him? Lay him to rest and all that. Rent the room out once the body's gone, make the money off then.
Who want a room with a dead body, for Christ's sake? Nobody wants a corpse on their doorstep.
We'll have to throw away. For anybody who might have known him to say goodbye. And we have to hire a coffin.
Well, coffins are expensive, Margaret. If he wanted a funeral, he should have thought about that before he went and died.
Well, what are we supposed to do with him, William?
Dump him on the side of the street for all I care. I'm not paying for his fucking funeral.
He's got to have a funeral then. That's the Catholic thing to do.
Right, okay. But you're paying for the coffin, so buy the cheapest one on the market. Now when this funeral's over, we're dumping out the body and saving the coffin for the next day.
Right. Well, we've got a plan now. I'll go get the coffin maker.
Of people the church allowed to be dissected back in 1828. Criminals, orphans, and prostitutes. Good doctors would go to wicked lengths for the greater good, because it's difficult to get an audience for a surgery when you do not have a subject to dissect. Some men are desperate enough to accept a body fresh out of the grave. Others would rather keep their dignity, do no harm. Still, desperate times. The wind is rising. We must try to live.
Good evening, class. Good to see some new eager faces today. Though it would seem we've lost quite a few of our old ones. But for my new students, welcome to the Royal College of Surgeons. I am Doctor Knox. And I would like to apologize once again for the lack of equipment. It seems like the more medical advancements we make in this theater, the less people seem to drop like flies. Well then, I suppose without a corpse to dissect, we'll just have to make do. And I have a few illustrations.
Hello, all you beautiful people. I am your lecturer, Professor Monroe. It's good to see you, isn't it? Now, as always, I've come to class with an ungracious amount of men, women, and children ready for dissection. Now, students, take your seats, though I'll be highly insulted if you do not make full use of the edge.
So that's where they've all gone. My students, my bodies, Professor Monroe, my competition, my enemy. Not that saving lives is a competition or anything. Was that a stack of bodies?
Now for my next trick, I'm going to saw this lady in half to show you an example of the human heart, that organic machine, that which skips a beat and loves unconditionally and pumps blood to the different parts of your body. Oh, baby! Imagine what you can do with all these wonderful toys!
All right, class, let's just try to ignore the humming in the next room over. I know you'd all like to attend a public dissection with an actual cadaver and a chainsaw, but let's just try to remember, it's quality over quantity.
Now for this one, I'm going to need a lucky volunteer from the audience to help me remove this woman's ribcage with some big scissors type contraption. Eeny, meeny. You, Mr. Darwin, you look ready to invent the theory of natural selection. My, I do believe that this class is going to do great things. So stick with me, and it's smooth sailing to the big leagues, darlings.
It's damn near impossible to get a cadaver these days, if you're not the biggest surgeon in Edinburgh. I'm Monroe's leading competition, and that's not enough. I introduced the world to transcendental anatomy, and still that is not enough. How does the school expect me to teach you all without a subject?
What's this? Another cadaver for little old me. Oh, you shouldn't have. That is a formality. Yes, you should. You always should. Now, how much have we agreed upon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right, babe. £5. There's no better deal for a dead man in all of Scotland.
Hold on, wait! Don't go, please! I have so much left to teach you! Listen to me! Spread the word. Whatever Monroe is paying for a body, Knox is paying more. £5, I'll pay 10. I'm getting the school back on track. Let anybody looking to sell a body know. Don't go to Monroe!
Go on, set him down, he's had a rough day. Nobody's coming.
Someone's bound to come.
Nobody's coming.
No, it'll happen. Soon enough. You're right.
What?
Be good.
Yeah. I think I'm dying, Burke.
You do?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You look it.
Yeah? A bit pale.
Yeah.
You know, there's only one cure.
What might that be?
Bring me the beer, sit down. How are you? Fine vintage. You know, Burke, old Donald did so much in his life. All of the medals he had on him. And did you see how much he rambled on about everything he's done? Couldn't make heads or tails of it. But it had to mean something, right?
He mentioned a wolver. And something about Hoochie McGandy.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Well, the point I'm trying to make is that sounds like a life well lived. And look where it's got him. His own funeral. Last thing people see before he goes down, and what is it?
Later.
It's dead silence. For all the wrong reasons. Jesus! He's our personal ass trip.
Well, you're such a connoisseur of funerals. What do you want at yours?
Imagine it, Burke. I've finally done it. I'm dead. Locked in a wooden box, probably the very one we're sitting on right now. Margaret, me poor grieving wife Margaret, convinced I'm still blacked out from how heavily I've done myself in the night before, shakes my casket. Wake up, you handsome bastard! We'll miss you down here. You're in the corner playing some song I probably never liked, but you like it, so you'll play it.
That sounds like me, yeah.
They read my will. To my wife Margaret, who has always stuck by me. I leave the last cent I found in my leather boot. Buy yourself a drink. You'll need it. To William Hare. That's me. To William Burke. My friend and brother. I leave that fabled leather boot where I found that Holy copper relic. You sold it to me anyway, so consider this a late refund.
Two-person funeral? Not exactly a king send-off.
Maybe. But I'm no king. A man like me should only get what he deserves. A few tears in my direction won't go unsung.
I mean, yeah, that's all well and good, but it's a bit much, isn't it? All the crying and final words.
Well, it's your final chapter. Can't say you wouldn't want it to be good.
I'm not saying I don't want a funeral. I'm just saying that's not how I like to think about my funeral, you know?
How do you think about it then?
Well, for one, not in a room like this. So smoky and cramped. Maybe in the open air or something like that.
Alright, now we're getting somewhere. So where is it and who's there? Spill the beans, Burke.
Home. Maybe. I don't know.
Go on.
At the apple tree that my family used to have picnics at. If it's still there.
And the people? Excluding present company, of course.
Well, wouldn't want anyone wearing all black or anything like that. Just whatever they find comfortable. And the same goes for me. I don't want to be in my coffin dressed like I'm going to a fucking ball. I want people to see what the real Burke wore. Maybe people go up and tell stories what a bastard I was. I don't think I'd like to hear everything they say, though. Especially if the ex-wife is there. Still, I think it's important to show the real me. And Christ, when my drink was there.
Here, here.
You know, Hare, I've been meaning to ask.
Get off the coffin, you simpletons! You damage the merchandise!
Merchandise? What the absolute fuck are you on?
Aye, the coffin's cheap, but you take a peek.
Alright, boys, so I've just come from a hanging.
Grim, but continue.
It was very dramatic. Big speeches, drum rolls, the works. So the man swings, they take him down, as normally these things work, right?
Right.
It got me thinking, well, where do they put the fellas after they hang them? I asked one of the girls watching and she said they sell them.
Aye, to the surgeons, for dissections and things. Professor Monroe has those ridiculous posters all around town. He's like the big cheese of the college.
Right. And they don't take the bodies if they've been stolen. So my thought was, well, I've got a body right here. But it's not stealing since he owes us anyway. It's more of a mutually beneficial donation.
Right, okay. I think we'll put that one in the idea pile for now.
Don't do that to me, William. And think about this. He's not going to know any better. He robbed us. Now we should give him the chance to compensate us.
Well, I'm not about to sell somebody, Margaret. I'm not a very good businessman to begin with. You know, negotiation would not be high on my skill list.
We're not going to talk about how it's morally wrong to sell a dead man. Like, I'm not saying, but that just feels wrong to me.
Well, sure, we'll get to that, Chad. But Margaret, when you left the house today, you wanted to bury the man. Now you want to ship him off to the surgeons.
We need that money. We do. There's no dressing it up, William. We have nothing left. Time for you to start providing.
Selling a man for a few coppers? That's low. I refuse to stoop to the level of grave robbers.
A man named Doctor Knox said he'd give you about £10 for it.
Right so, which way to the doctor say?
Hey, come on now, you're not that low.
She's right, Burke. We need the money. And I need your help.
Oh, no, you're not roping me into your cloak and dagger shenanigans, all right? Selling bodies is illegal. I might be the only Irish immigrant in history with a clean record. I'm not going to jail for you.
Look, we'll split the money. 60-40. On account that it was Margaret's idea, she gets the extra £1. I get 30, you get 30. Margaret keeps the change. Look, that math sounds wrong to me, but we'll figure it out on the way. Burke, I am but a twig in comparison to you. I can't lift for shit. I need you, brother.
Right, fine. I'm not going part-time with this, all right? I've got a job. This is a one-time thing.
I'd expect nothing more. So, partners?
Partners.
Very happy in the morning, but she didn't like the place in the world. Very often I crossed the land next to the action and cars. Really on the people down there, they took their off for
Jesus, Hare, I'm going to go to jail. What am I supposed to tell Helen?
Walk with confidence, Burke. If you walk around like you're supposed to be here, you'll get away with anything.
The streets are crawling with police. What if something goes wrong? What if an arm falls out at an inconvenient moment? What if we dropped him? Here, what if we dropped him? The world's full of what ifs, Burke. Don't think about it! I met a traveller from antique land who said, 2 vast trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them on the sand half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frowned and wrinkled lips sneer of cool command. Stamp on these lifeless things, and the hand that mocked them, and the heart that fed, and on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my work, ye mighty and despair. Nothing remains around that colossal wreck, boundless and bare. The lone level sands stretch far away.
Hey. Nothing for you today, Jamie.
That's not Jamie to you, Hare. A man's got to keep up his appearance.
Sorry, Daft Jamie, but we've got a thing that we need to take the barrel to. It's very urgent.
It's okay. No need to explain to me. You can just go on your way. What's in the barrel, William? Secrets? You can tell me. I won't tell anyone. And if I did, who would believe me?
Go away, you mad bastard! Strong as a bison, those skinny things.
You'd be surprised how many bones I could break.
Okay, Daft Jamie, all right. Okay. You wouldn't, perchance, know the direction to Doctor Knox's surgery now, would you?
Well, now that you've indirectly told me what's in the barrel, I feel like I owe you something. Burke and Hare, grave robbers, body snatchers, grand resurrectionists. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Now hold up, Jamie. We're no grave robbers.
That's what they all say. Surgeon Square, the Royal College of Edinburgh. It's very big, you can't miss it.
Appreciate it, Daft Jamie. You have a good night, man.
Until we meet again, grave robbers. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my work, ye mighty in despair.
Good evening, class. Good to see some of you showed up today. Thanks for that. Due to a lack of subject, once again we will be dissecting the corpse of a dog. Though they might as well be the same thing in the end. It's all just blood and bone and...
Jesus Christ! That one's on you. That's your fault. I'm not taking the blame for this.
Hold on a minute now. Let's take this through.
That's on my shoe now.
So you tripped over the brick.
Set her down there.
Oh.
Doctor Knox! I'm William Hare. That's my partner, William Burke. We've got a wee business proposition for you.
Who let you in?
Oh, the interns.
Those idiots will let damn near any man with a barrel interrupt me these days. Look, I simply don't have time for whatever miracle remedies you're selling. I'm busy dissecting this Labrador. For science.
Okay, boss. Sorry for bothering you and all.
Yes, yes.
We'll be on our way then.
With our cadaver.
Your what?
Oh, cadaver was the word. Learned it this morning. Means corpse. Dead man in a barrel. We heard you were buying, turns out we're selling.
I apologize. Well, if you could please lay the body on the table. And we'll see how much you'll get for him.
Oh! And I thought you weren't selling! Oh, how gracious of you to be so...
Don't play games with me. Lay the body on the table.
Right, go on. Okay, so what's the game plan here?
We'll tip him out.
Tip him out.
What? It's a big lad. Get off.
All right. You take head, I take legs. Doctor on standby.
We might need you.
Shake! Oh!
Oh dear. Big fella, wasn't he?
Where'd you get him?
Oh, he's a
wait.
granddad.
Never mind. Don't tell me. I'd rather not know. You've got something good here. I'll pay you £7.10.
I thought you were paying £10.
I said something good, not perfect. £7.10.
Well, that's an insult to my granddad.
He seems to be fresh and not missing anything. Though this man clearly died of dropsy, his skin is in terrible condition. Yes, £7.10. Still a better price than any other surgeon would have paid for him, I can assure you.
I'll tell you what. You drive a hard bargain, Doctor, so we'll take it down from £10 to a sturdy £9!
£7.10.
Right, so £7.10 then.
Alright, pleasure doing business with you, Doctor. Stick her in.
Alright, we're in on 3. 1, 2.
Oh,
It's a lot.
yeah.
It's lighter now.
Yep.
You never think about these
No.
things, do you?
He wasn't there.
He was.
I would be glad to see you two again, if you had another body to dispose of.
Right, yeah. We'll keep that in mind.
Shall we begin?
Step right up. Raise your 9 foot. 9.
Jesus, Joseph, do you need to take a break?
No worries, Burke. I feel like $1,000,000 shillings. Speaking of which, I raise you 30 pence.
Jesus, Joseph, you're renting out the bathroom for a reason. Would you not take 5?
And have you tampered with my cards? No, not today, Burke. Raise you 9 pence.
Then take the cards with you, Joe. Please clean yourself.
Oh, yeah, all right. I'll go. But I'm taking my cards with me.
Yes. Yes, please do. Please do exactly what I just told you to do. Thank you.
Finally get another lodger and it's another damn plague victim. I swear to God, this lodge is more like a hospital at this... Margaret! What are you doing? We can't afford to give penny drinks to every lunatic who walks in here. We're still trying to run a business.
No, I'm running a business. You're just killing time playing poker with said lunatics. Because you seem to be missing a life of your own.
Hey, remember I'm the one who brought that money to Doctor Knox. If I didn't bring that, we would be on the street.
And whose idea was that?
I would have come to the same conclusion eventually.
Bullshit. The last original thought that came between those ears was spend what little money we got from Knox on everything under the sun.
Yeah, I feel out of place.
Not true. I've got a pile of money, and I got a ton coming in real soon.
Let's see, just how many debts you owe me in the past 5 months. Money for booze,
Chump change.
money for your gambling debts, money for tobacco, money for clothes.
And the clothes were justified. If I'm to get a new job, I'll have to look sharp. It's an investment.
You bought 4 new hats.
I couldn't decide which colour suits me best.
I haven't seen you wearing any of them.
I decided the black suits me best. And after all of that, I've still got a full pound left.
Well, you bought the pack of cards. Oh, I'm sorry.
I've still got the prize, though.
4 acres. Thank you, Mary. What would I do without you?
It's Margaret, Joseph. Now you head over to that counter and take as much drink as you like, because I'm getting sick of handing them to you.
Thank you, Brenda. You are such a
It's Margaret, Joseph.
Okay, Mary.
If we're so poor, then why are you giving that loony all our booze? He scared away half of our customers already, so we're barely getting any money nowadays. And by keeping him around, we're bound to catch whatever's haunting him.
You're right, Chad.
Yes, woman! So then why are you putting our life savings into liquoring that man up?
Listen to me. Have you noticed? We are back in shit again. We just about crawled our way out last time due to a stroke of luck. We don't have that anymore. Kicking Joseph out isn't going to help either. This lodge isn't enough to sustain 2 people, never mind a family.
What are you going to do now? Start saying it's my fault again. How I'm a shitty husband who can't even put food on the table. I know. Don't think I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go smoke something.
Will you?
I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry. I can't be the perfect husband, giving you presents and grand gestures. It's not my fault. You married a fuck-up. And the sooner you realize that, the better.
Will you? Of course we're in this shit because of you. Of course you're a fuck-up. I realized that a long time ago. But it doesn't matter anymore. What matters is that you can fix it. There is a man behind that counter on death's doorstep, just begging to be put out of his misery. We're not waiting around anymore. Time to take action.
What? Kill the man? What for?
Dr. Knox is still buying. We need the money badly.
You want me to go from landlord to murderer? Can't we just wait for him to die in his own terms and sell him then?
We need the money now. It took months for him to die, and even then his sickness could rot his body, making him worthless to Knox.
I'm no murderer. I've got the physique of a child. He'd kick my ass.
That's why I've been feeding him the liquor. He's so wasted that even a child could kill him.
Why don't you just do it?
Because I didn't do this, Fallon. Do what you have to do.
Burke? Burke? You guys done?
I need your help, brother. Badly. Remember when we brought old Donald's body to Knox and we both agreed we would never do it again?
I do.
We have to do it again.
Is Joseph dead already? Christ, never mind this place being a hospital here. It's more of a fucking morgue.
Well, that's just it. He's not dead. We have to kill him. We need the body.
Jesus, Hare, you're gonna kill a man for a couple of coppers? Come on, you're not that low.
He's already dying. He won't be long out now. We're just quickening the inevitable.
Well, why can't we just wait it out a little? What if he pulls through?
Burke, if I don't get this money, I am screwed. And quite frankly, you are too. You live in this lodge as well, and I'm asking you as a friend. You don't have to kill him. Just help me restrain him and carry the body to Knox, and we'll split the money. 50-50 this time.
Fine. I get it. Desperate times call for desperate measures and all that.
Okay. Thank you, Burke. I suppose first we'll have to get him out from behind the counter then.
Still out cold.
I'm gonna have to much.
Hare, we're gonna kill this man. What do you think his final thoughts were?
Well, he won the poker game, didn't he? So, maybe happy thoughts. He was telling Margaret how thankful he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, but like, he's been behind the counter for a while. I know when I get drunk I tend to lose myself in my thoughts.
I don't think this man was having any philosophical revelations behind this counter.
Deep or smart enough.
What did that mean?
Just dozing away while thinking about his favourite place in the world. Away from all the problems he has. Just happy, but not much more.
Maybe. Not the worst way to go, I suppose.
Joe! Are you okay?
I can't go.
Oh, he's still out of it.
I can't remember my wife's name.
Yeah, I think you could use some more beer.
I can't remember how she looked or how she laughed.
No, I'm getting this over with.
But I remember how her giggles spread. It was fast and contagious. I don't remember how she kept her hair, but I remember the feeling I get whenever her head is touched my heart. This is all I have left of her now. And no matter how hard I try to forget it, she never leaves.
We have a secret, just us three, the robin and I, and the sweet cherry tree. The bird told the tree, and the tree told me, and no one knows it but us three. But of course, the robin knows it best, because she told him, and I shan't tell the rest. And put before a little something in it, and I'm afraid I shall tell it every minute. What if the bird and the robin don't peep? I'll try my best the secret to keep. But I know when the bird flies out, then the whole secret will be out.
Welcome back. I've missed you. Now, where was I? Oh yes, Joseph the Miller was dead, expired by one William Hare, with help from his most trusted confidant, William Burke. They shipped him off to Doctor Knox and received the sum of £10. Filthy fresh corpse. This was more money than either man had earned for one job in their entire lives.
This is more money than either of us! Oh, Jesus! Oh, you squeezed her too hard. Careful next time.
Enough money to convince Burke to continue with their scheme. Tall, charismatic, handsome Burke became the bait. A smooth talker like Burke found it easy to lure an unsuspecting girl back to the lodge. Then, all it took were a few shots in the house from Hare, a new strategy from Burke, and... How could a good man like Burke be swayed to the side of serial killer?
Another job well done, huh? What was it you did to her, the old...
The doctor knows held her jaw. Seemed to work, no blood, no scars, no trace.
Burke, you're a genius. Now you just need a name for it, so we trademark, eh?
I don't know. I'll think of something.
Have a lift, would you?
My guess, loyalty. The bond of a good man can be quite the dangerous weapon in the wrong hands. But what do I know?
Lovely fresh coats. This one will do quite nicely. £10. Come back again if you're ready.
Appreciate it, Dr. Knox. I'll be sure to pay you a visit.
What are you looking at?
And I said, no, Mr. Darwin, artery is not the study of fine paintings. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Charles Darwin simply will not go. Anyway. Knox,
Monroe?
been busy lately?
Yes.
Successful too, it would seem.
So it would seem.
You know, I've noticed something recently.
Oh, really? About time?
Yes indeed. I've noticed that in the past few months, one of us has had quite the surge in cadavers.
Oh, really? Which one of us?
Where are you getting them, Robert?
That's none of your concern, Alexander.
Depending on the answer, it might be everybody's concern. The college might want to know if anything suspicious was going on right under their noses.
What are you implying?
I'm not stupid, Knox, and neither is anyone else in this college. You think no one's noticed your little scheme? Cadaver show up out of the blue for Doctor Knox. And what? We're supposed to think that they're donations?
I don't need to take this. From sooner or later, you'll make a mistake, and when you do, I'll be here to watch you crumble.
Driving off your failure. It's only a matter of time.
I hate to cut this encounter short, Professor, but I've got work to do.
Tick-tock, Dr. Knox. It won't be long now.
Oh, you have no idea.
Well, why don't you tell me about it?
Oh, just a particularly rough customer to deal with.
Shame your shop is to be set up by the docks. All those nasty sailors coming in with no respect. You poor thing. What did they do to you?
Bruised me up a little bit. I handled him.
Really? What for?
It's nothing. It's I don't want you worrying about me. What'd you get up to today?
Nothing worth mentioning. I visited down Market Way to buy more vegetables for the broth, except I took the longer route down than usual. Couldn't bear to pass by today's execution. Too many at once.
They're real crowd pleasers, huh?
Mm-hmm. And it got me thinking about how they sell the bodies. You know, to doctors and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, freaky stuff.
Oh, I'll need that for the vegetables, if that's all right.
Sorry, I forgot those for.
And then I had a chat with that beggar boy, Daft Jamie.
Oh, really? Did he have much to say?
He always seems to.
It's true enough, I
He
suppose.
told me about you and Hare.
What'd he say?
Don't play dumb with me, William. You really think after as long a marriage as ours, I wouldn't know better? I wasn't born yesterday. Now my suspicions are confirmed. I know why you've been sneaking out.
The broth's boiling over.
No, it isn't.
Right.
You should have told me. You could have told me.
It doesn't bother you?
Well, I'd rather you didn't. But I understand. I'm guessing it wasn't your idea?
You know it never is. Look, I've done something horrible. You probably hate me now, but you don't
Well,
deserve...
I think it's a great idea.
You do?
Yeah, there's good money in grave robbing. And if somebody's going to profit off of it, then why not decent people? That sounds wrong.
Grave robbing.
Yeah, unexpected. I'll admit, but I understand. Just
tell me next time, okay? We can talk about it more?
I will. I promise I will.
What? Well, that's what we'll call it, the trademark, the way that you... I know that.
You're naming a method of killing after me?
Oh, well, of course. After it's found it. I've been thinking about it long and hard. And herring sounds like something a taxidermist does. So, Burke, the silent killer.
I think I'd rather you didn't, Hare.
Too late. Half all professionals in the Burke business are saying.
Jesus fucking Christ, Hare!
Calm down, I'm just trying to plan ahead.
I thought we were doing this to get you out of a tough spot. Not to go and make a living off it. No, it's time you got a real job.
Jesus, you're worse than my wife. At least she knows I'm not getting another job. I'm making far too much money off of this to go back to breaking my ass, lifting barrels.
Well, you can do it yourself! Alright, I don't want to be a killer anymore.
Jesus. Look at you on your high horse. As soon as you make your quick shilling and pound, it's all of a sudden beneath you. All of a sudden, some distant memory. Because now that you have your money, it's atrocious to think of selling someone else for gain. You think it's immoral, you think it's evil.
How is it not? Here it's the ultimate evil. We're killers!
You know what's evil, Burke? If you're born poor, you'll work every day of your life not to live, but to die slower. That's life, Burke. Strong bugs kill weak bugs, big fish kill small fish, predators kill prey, and that's what we are. We're hunters. We rise above what holds us down. We do not just survive here, we thrive, we live.
I was fine where I was. And yeah, sure, Helen and I have our dreams, but I was happy. Now I stay up all night with a candle lit by my bedside and a bottle of it in. Just thinking.
So that's it then. You've gone soft, you're weak.
That's not it.
I don't need you. I'll be perfectly fine. There's plenty of bodies out there for me to sell. Some old beggar woman's. Daft Jamie's. Yours, Helen's.
Oh, you shut your dirty mouth!
There he is! There he is! That's the spirit! You're the closest friend I've ever had, Burke. I love you like a brother. But if you're not my friend, you're my merchandise. So what's it gonna be?
Well, 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 Williams. You have summoned me and I live to serve.
Daft Jamie, man of the hour. Sit down, have a drink.
Oh no, I don't drink. You're looking at a genuine peacock there. Like a nun. Sister Marie.
What do you mean you don't drink? It's on the house.
No, I couldn't. Really. I'm already getting off balance with my leg and wouldn't want to raise my chances of kissing the ground. You've never called me here before. I'm suspicious to say the least.
Oh, well, you know, a little bit complicated, and we,
Hare, would you give it up? He's not gonna fall to it. Hare, stop! Hare, get up! Hare!
I weave through the waters and I deeply sympathize with some and tears to sort out with the largest size. Holding his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes. Oh, oyster, said the carpenter, you man of enough. Shall we be tracking home again? But the answer there ain't no. And this is scarce enough. God may be there.
Burke, you big, beautiful bastard. I owe you one. All right. Get this body to Knox as fast as you can before the neighbours start knocking. I'll clean up. Burke, you know I can't lift him.
Right chair.
Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards.
Putting ourselves on a pedestal higher than other animals, that we forget how similar we really are. Not only mentally, but physically as well. You see, if you dissect a human and a dog, you figure out that they are run essentially the same way. It's all just blood and bone and flesh and brain. It's all surprisingly similar, you see. Now, enough of my ramblings. Bring out the body. You know, I make a lot of money doing this. Seems to be about 18 years old. Cleft foot. Clear blood force damage on the cranium, though nothing that would have killed him. Yes. The actual cause of death I cannot determine. Nevertheless, a body perfect for dissection. I will now begin my first incision slightly below the rib cage.
I smell bodies!
Monroe! Just because you have nothing better to do doesn't mean you can keep interrupting my classes.
Oh, cat's got claws, but I'd like you to know I'm here as a friend. Ever since you've been getting those bodies, you've progressed oh so much. Congratulations.
Don't patronize me, Alexander.
Cat's
Get out of my class!
Calm down, I will, darling. Let me just inspect the merchandise first.
Is there any security you can call on campus?
Not on me, baby. I recognize that cleft foot. This is Daft Jamie. Go on, gasp. Daft
You once read me the entirety of the Merchant of Venice.
He went missing recently. There wasn't a trace of where he went.
Exactly. Everybody knows who Daft Jamie is. Anyone who takes a walk outside, at least. So tell me, why is it that Daft Jamie, a man who went missing recently and is deeply missed, has now ended up in your possession? Down the rabbit hole it is, Robert.
If you're trying to make me out to be a criminal, you're failing. Badly. Now I won't ask again. Get out of my class.
Don't be so quick to dismiss me, Noxy boy. I never suspect you of a thing. You have such an innocent face. However, if the authorities were to suspect you of anything, they would be very, very suspicious. So, all I'm asking for is for a reasonable explanation.
Class dismissed. I know nothing of where the bodies come from. They get brought in, and I buy them. That's it.
Sounds a little illegal to me. Buying without knowing the details. You could be buying good Christian men here like this, young chap.
Where the bodies originate from is not my problem.
Why, of course it is. You are colluding with criminals.
How am I to know they're criminals? They told me nothing of how the bodies were sourced. I could only assume it was through legal methods.
I saw the men you were buying from, Knox, Shoulders and that sewer. How in God's name would you think that they sourced their bodies legally?
It's not my place to profile these gentlemen. I'm just a humble researcher.
Your evil schemes are finished for good, Doctor. All of the police in the ass of those mystery cells in no time. Your whole class knows about Dog Jamie out, darling. TikTok! You must have better things to do in your spare time. Get a hobby. Oh, that seems truly pumpkin. But the thing is, I've now got the greatest hobby of all. Destroying your career.
Do your work.
I just might.
Fine.
Fine.
Then do it already.
I will.
Ah, good.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Cat's got
Get out of my class.
On the moor, where are the arms that help me and pledge to love me, and pledge to love me more. And it's such a sad old feeling, all the fields are soft and green. It's memories that I'm stealing, but you're innocent when you dream. When you dream, you're innocent when you dream. When you dream, you're innocent when you
Jesus, William. What's up with you? William! Honey!
Burke!
Burke! Is he with you? Where is he?
No, he's not with me! I've been pushing to increase the income lately, and I didn't think we'd gotten sloppy. The police have him, Margaret. The fucking police! They'll be here any minute if we don't hurry. We have to go back to Ireland, France, I don't care where! Jesus, how much do they know? It's not difficult to find this place, Margaret. Not difficult at all.
Okay, shit, okay. Look at me. You can't afford to go to jail and die on me, all right? You're needed. So you do what you have to do. You have a child to raise. And you're going to be there for them if it kills me.
Child? My child? Fuck!
Staying here. You're staying here with me, all right?
Yeah, all right.
Good.
They'll be here soon.
We can't stop that. Go now. But you better fight them to your last breath if they try to stick anything on you. You're guilty. But you've a child to raise. Burke doesn't.
What?
William Hare.
I'll be back as soon as I can. If not, divorce me.
On this day, Wednesday, 15th of October, Edinburgh police have apprehended both Irish immigrants,
Irish immigrants.
William Burke and William Hare, as leading suspects to the ongoing Westport murders, which have taken many innocent lives since last winter. These vile men, who have been in collusion with anonymous Doctor Robert Knox, have made a business of murder, taking each body to be sold like meat in Surgeon Square. If proven guilty, Burke and Hare will face the gallows and both be hung by the neck until dead.
More than they deserve! They thought it our friends, our family! Makes me sick! If they don't hang by way of law, I'll string them up myself! We all will!
Justice for that Jamie! Justice for Joseph!
Justice for that Jamie!
I'm sticking with you, 'cause I'm made out of glue. Anything
me believe it was me. I'd do anything for you, anything you want me to. I'd do anything for you. I'm sticking with you. Oh, I'm sticking with you.
Hey, Burke.
There? In cuffs, I see.
Oh yeah, bloody uncomfortable things, aren't they? They want to hang one of us for this, Burke. We're taking in Helen and Margaret, and I don't
think I'll ever be able to look Helen in the eyes again.
I don't think you'll get the chance to. What have they got on us? Evidence, I mean.
No murder weapons, no witnesses. Nothing they could really use against us in that front, but
I suppose it doesn't really matter if they can prove it or not. People are out for blood. They'll get it by the time this is through. I think it'd be daft Jamie who ran this thing into the ground. After all that.
sure, look it. Isn't that it? We used to be so normal, Hare. Everything was so normal when we first met.
The Union Canal. Building a bridge like every other poor Irish immigrant.
Do you remember our foreman, Mr. Blunt? What a prick.
Yeah. Wasn't he the guy who used to put on a posh accent because he thought it made him sound smart?
He couldn't even read. He had me read the instructions for him.
Oh. Remember that one girl?
God.
Oh, who went after you? Ah, poor Helen.
Poor Helen. Poor me. She was a fish in stockings. Chased me around the market yard and I couldn't show my face in the bar without teasing from lads.
Oh, it was pretty funny with the chair, though.
Oh, God.
Oh, when you hid under the car. Stop. You know, I used to think you were the most hoity-toity fuck when we first met.
That's why you don't got any friends here. You think everyone's a hoity-toity fuck. Only reason we're friends is because you were forced to put up with me.
That's not entirely true. After a couple of months, I started to see myself when I looked at you. You were in the shit and you wanted out. You weren't like everyone else. You wanted to be something.
We sure became something.
We did what we had to do. Burke, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I knew what I was doing.
Why did you do it?
Got carried away, I suppose.
You're not the kind of man to kill because you got carried away.
It's because you're my friend, Burke. There. My only true friend. We got to the point where being with anyone else just felt wrong. It felt fake. So, got carried away.
I'm sorry, Burke.
Ladies and gentlemen of the High Court, Lords of Meadowbank, Lord Justice Clerk David Boyle, while it is true that I did purchase the 16 cadavers in question from William Burke and William Hare over the course of the last year, I exchanged money for cadavers in order to further medicine in Edinburgh. But I did not know that these people had been murdered. And as such, I infringed on no laws. Simply caught up in the wrong situation.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Yes. It's true that I worked with William Burke to sell cadavers to Dr. Robert Knox. No, I never received any money from Burke. Yes, I knew some of his victims. No, I never helped him murder them. Yes, I watched him murder them. No, I never intervened. It wasn't my business. Yes. 16. He killed 16 people. 2 men, 13 women, and a child. All right, I've held up my end of the deal. Can I go home now? I'm sorry. I had to get back to my wife, to my child. It was the only way. Relax. This won't hurt.
Health and long life to you. The wife of your choice to you. A child every year to you. And life without rent to you. And may you be half an hour in heaven before the devil even knows you're dead.
Burke was sentenced to death on Christmas Day and faced the gallows on the 18th of January the following year. And his funeral, shall we begin? He didn't get one. There were 3 types of people the church allowed to be dissected back in 1828, criminals, orphans, and prostitutes. Unlucky for our dear Burke, criminal he was. When sentenced, the judge ordered like roaring thunder,
Your body shall be publicly dissected and anatomized, and I trust, if it is ever customary to preserve skeletons, yours will be preserved, in order that posterity may keep in remembrance your atrocious crimes.
Soon as our hero's corpse hit the floor, they shipped him off to be dissected, and who else could do a better job than Knox's enemy, Professor Munro? Crowds of students flooded to Surgeon Square to view the anatomizing of the famous Burke. That was an event in itself. During the procedure, which lasted for 2 hours, Munro dipped his quill pen into Burke's blood and wrote,
This is written with the blood of William Burke, who was hanged at Edinburgh. This blood was taken from his head.
Speaking of good doctors, Robert Knox. Dr. Knox faced no charges for what took place in his surgery. Edinburgh thought he was
The sinister ringmaster, with Burke and Hare dancing to his tune. Deficient in body and heart.
the ruined reputation and a name like poison. He left Edinburgh for good. He then traveled to London and continued to make his skills useful. So, I suppose that just leaves Hare, the runner, the one that got away. Hare grabbed his money and his wife as fast as he could, and they left Edinburgh. Where did they run to? Who knows? Some say it all went downhill after that, and by 1860, Hare was a blind beggar on the streets of London. Other accounts place him living happily in a log cabin in Canada with a tombstone showing a long-lived life. Or how about the theory that Hare became a Dracula-type figure, a misanthrope living in a dark castle on the edge of Scotland? Or the conspiracy that Hare became none other than Jack the Ripper? Truth is, no one knows what Hare decided to do with his freedom.
Wait here, Hare! We've got another customer!
So I'll let you be the judge. Up the close and down the stair. In the house with Burke and Hare. Burke the butcher, Hare the thief, Knox the man who buys the beef.